Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another episode of Coug on the Clock. I am your host for today, Erick Aguilar, joined by
Zander Adams.
Great to have you here, Zander. We got a few topics here today. We're talking about Cougar basketball, NBA, the World Cup, and lastly, we're going to finish off with some birthdays. So without further ado, let's get right to it. You ready?
Absolutely.
Betsky. All right, so the first topic here today, we're going to be talking Coug ball. Men or women's team, who we starting out with?
Let's start with the men's team.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So yeah, they played Oregon last night. They're currently, Oregon was 4-4, or they are now. WSU Basketball 3-3, and the offense I think is looking great from these Cougs.
Absolutely.
I think it's looking really balanced. I think we have all three layers of scoring covered. We're great on our passing. The defense,
I mean,
it's been a little rough.
Right. You know, part of me wants to say, you know, what can you do against a team like Oregon, right? But ball is ball. You got to play D,
Absolutely.
right? So, I mean, I don't know. Who are they facing? They're playing pretty soon here.
Oh, their next game?
They're playing Utah on Sunday.
Yeah.
That's going to be tough.
That's a really scary one, especially because I was feeling confident about our team, especially going into the Utah game last night. Early in the second half of that game, we were knotted up with Oregon. They pulled away at the end there, end up winning by 14. If we can't handle a 4-4 Oregon team, how are we going to handle Utah when they just beat number 4 Arizona last night, gave them their first loss of the season? Like, it's scary hours here.
I mean, the game is in Pullman. Is that a winnable game? I like to say so.
Definitely.
You know, are the chances slim? Yeah. I mean, we can't sugarcoat it here.
No.
You know? But I was actually looking at the roster earlier today, and I was actually really excited to see DJ Rodman making more of a splash this season than last season. Obviously, the son of, you know, Chicago Bulls, Hall of Famer, legendary player Dennis Rodman, right? He's averaging 7.5 this season, right? And like I said, he didn't get too much time last year, so it's kind of cool seeing that.
No,
you know?
absolutely.
I mean, and for us sports fans, right? I mean, I'm sure you're familiar with Dennis Rodman.
Of course,
right?
of course, yeah. Well, I think it's awesome seeing his play from the past couple seasons because he's had some great like bright spots in games here and there where he's shooting the lights out or he's clamping. He's doing very well there.
Sure.
But he's like his shot is falling down very consistently this season, and it's been a great asset behind the arc. I also want to highlight TJ Bamba has been playing phenomenally.
Absolutely.
He's playing just a few more minutes than he did last season, but he's putting up 14 and 4, or I believe 16 and 4 on 29 minutes a game. His efficiency is insane. He's 52% from inside the arc and 56 behind. So he's shooting better from 3 than he's shooting inside. And he's just been playing sensationally.
That's incredible. Yeah, he's pretty tall. How tall is he?
I want to say he's around like 6'5", 6'6", which is pretty tall for a guard in college at least. Yeah. But yeah, he's been dominating a little bit.
Definitely. Touching on the women's team really quick here before we move on to the next topic. They're doing They're pretty good. 5-1. Their only loss is to BYU by 10 points this season, and they face Montana actually today. We're filming this on Friday, and they're playing at 6 in a couple hours here. I mean, obviously, I think the Cougars are going to win that game, right? What are you thinking?
I think it's going to be a great performance from our girls squad here. I mean, they've been a tournament team for the past couple of years here, and I think we're going to see them run back and do some great things this season, especially starting off as strong as they are right now.
Sure.
Absolutely.
All right, let's get into the next topic here, going from collegiate basketball to professional basketball, NBA. I love the NBA. It's so fun to watch.
My favorite all time.
I mean, where do we begin? Where do we start?
Let's start with the Celtics.
Let's do it.
Let's start there.
18
and 4.
18 and 4.
5-game winning streak. And their last 10, they're 9-1. They're 9-1 of the last 10. They have 4 losses on the season. They are playing insane right now, and it's largely due to Jayson Tatum.
Of course.
Go ahead.
No, keep going, please.
I'm just saying, if I'm picking an MVP right now, it's Jayson Tatum.
Really?
Like,
interesting.
Luka Doncic is on top of all the MVP ladders at the moment, but he's averaging a few more points. He's averaging a few more assists, but the Mavericks are the 11th seed. Jayson Tatum is carrying the Celtics up to this first right now. Not that they're not a balanced team. They'd still be high up in the standings, but they're number 1 because of Jayson Tatum.
See, here's my thing, though. The MVP trophy isn't about the best player per se. It's the most valuable player on that squad. And
Absolutely.
I mean, you have to admit, the Celtics, aside from the two stars of Luka and Jayson, the Celtics have a better roster. I mean,
absolutely. Right? Absolutely. No, that team is built great right now.
They're insane. And it's kind of sad because, the last few years the Celtics have been built super well. I mean, a ton of stars on that team, right? And it almost seems like there's nothing to show for it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's underwhelming playoff runs. I mean, of course not last season. They went to the chip.
Sure. But I mean, when is Jayson going to get his ring? I think that's really the next step for him. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely.
Because he's a great player.
Sensational.
He just needs, one of these.
A little bit of jewelry, and he's proven. He is proven.
I mean, you could say the same about Luka, of course, but I actually want to talk about the Suns really quick.
Absolutely.
So, the Suns, obviously, first in the West, right? As of a couple days ago, I have yet to check up on this. As of a couple days ago, they have won all of their games in the last 2 weeks, except for 2. And those 2 games they lost by a singular point.
Wow.
To the Heat, and I believe it was Indiana.
Okay.
I might be wrong on that. We're going to have to fact check that. But either way.
They're winning the big games that matter, though. Like the tougher teams, they're winning those. And they're taking those home. And this is what we've seen with the Suns, I feel like, the past couple of seasons, where they're starting their seasons off real hot.
Really hot.
Devin Booker dropped, 50 points a couple nights ago?
Yeah, precisely.
Like, they're hot, and I just hope for their sake they can just keep powering through the season because they do seem to have some midseason slumps the past couple.
Yeah. I mean, again, we know this team is capable of making the finals. It's just a matter of getting over that last hump and just like the case for Jayson, putting the ring on Devin's finger. Obviously, everyone wants to see CP3 with the ring.
We need to see it.
Everyone
we need to see that man with the ring.
No, I mean, he's a phenomenal player, all decade for sure. Did he make the top 75 list?
He had to have.
He must.
He had to have.
Must.
It's blasphemy if he did not.
I agree. I agree. All right, there's the bell here from the man behind the camera, and that marks us moving into our next topic here, the World Cup. I love the World Cup. I've been watching. Go USA, baby. You know what? On that topic, we beat Iran to move into the next round of the round of 16. Excuse me.
Yep.
Where we are facing the Netherlands. Actually, so we're recording this on Friday. We're facing the Netherlands tomorrow on Saturday at 7 in the morning.
Gonna be rough waking up for that one.
Yes. Yes. Is it a winnable game? I always like to say any team can beat anyone anytime. Is it going to happen? I really don't think so. I mean, obviously, Christian Pulisic is questionable. He says he's going to make it out there. Who knows? We haven't got any word on that. But either way, I think this is a good showing from Team USA.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And after we beat Iran into moving into the next round, I saw one Instagram post on Barstool that really summarized it all.
Okay.
It was just an edit of Pulisic with the word hope underneath, right? Yeah. And that sums it up.
It really does.
It
really does.
Is the U.S. bad at soccer internationally? Yes, that's not our number one sport, right? But we're hoping that, spearheaded by Christian, we can maybe compete more so with the bigger name countries out there.
Yeah, and we're probably not even going to know until like a half hour before the game starts if he's going to be in. But that is going to be the difference in the U.S. being able to take this.
100%.
Tyler Adams, great player, great young captain. We need more help.
You have McKenzie and Weah and Reyna coming off the bench. That's a whole other thing. He shouldn't be coming off the bench. But, without Christian, I don't feel confident at all.
No. No, it's not there.
Obviously, a few teams to look out for here. Brazil, always a strong contender.
Of course.
Spain absolutely pummeled the Costa Rican squad. That's a very good team, by the way. 7-0, right? And their 2 youngest players are, I believe it's 19 and 20, and they're actually starting and making a difference on their squad. I forget the names of the 2 right now, but they're incredible. They're insane. Yeah. So obviously, that leads me to say, I think Spain's going to go all the way this year. I don't know if you have an opinion. If you do, would you like to share it?
Sure. I mean, I can't say I've been following the World Cup every game, every day. I'm not going to say that I have.
Right.
But from what I have seen, I have to agree. It's got to be Spain.
It's got to be Spain.
It's got to be Brazil. It's one of the 2.
Sure.
It's up there, in my opinion.
And I mean, obviously, we can talk about France. the reigning World Cup champ, right? But they have a ton of injuries. Mbappe's still there, but you know, that squad we saw 4 years ago was absolutely loaded with talent. And this team is good, but it's simply not the same. And I don't think they have the caliber to go all the way again. England is good. You know, I want to see Argentina go far for the sake of Messi.
Of course.
But like I said, I think Spain is taking it all the way.
Absolutely, I like the take.
All right, so last and final topic for today. We have some weekend birthdays. Let me see, starting off here, tomorrow, a.k.a. Saturday, Lil Baby.
Happy birthday.
And Ozzy Osbourne. I'm a big fan of Black Sabbath, so that's pretty cool.
I'm going to throw Tiffany Haddish in there, too. Also her
Tiffany
birthday
Haddish,
tomorrow.
there you go.
We cannot leave her out. Actress, comedian, great talent. Coming up on Sunday, the legend, the GOAT of hip-hop, Jay-Z.
Jay-Z.
Happy birthday.
Rockefeller.
He's old.
He's very old.
I'm gonna look this up really quick because it kind of just hit me. But he's 52 years old.
He's turning 53.
He's turning 53.
I mean,
and he's still washing your favorite rapper.
That's pretty old. That's.
I mean, it's up there. It's up there
when
it comes to rap music. When it comes to music in general, that's getting up there.
Oh, of course. Another birthday, we have Tyra Banks tomorrow, or I'm sorry, Sunday. She's the host for America's Got Talent. I don't watch the show. My mom loves it.
My mom also loves it.
Well, I guess it's a mom show.
But. Yeah, also big model a few years back.
Yes,
what's that?
Huge model.
She hosted like 7 years ago.
We're being given the award that she hosted a long time ago. This shows you how current I am with America's Got Talent. I really don't. I'm here covering sports. I watch sports.
When it comes to anything like America's Got Talent, The Voice, the Masked Singer's like the newest one out there. Like I just the appeal's not there for me. I can't.
I agree with you. Yeah.
Jeff Bridges also having a birthday on Sunday. Happy birthday. Cinematic GOAT.
Cinematic GOAT.
Tron Legacy, greatest movie of all time. And also MMA fighter Max Holloway coming up on Sunday. So yeah, you got any more?
I don't. You know, it's kind of disappointing. I'm scrolling through the list here, and I see a lot of names that I don't recognize. So, I mean, I see a few TikTok stars, but I dare not bring up those. Again, this is sports.
They're not worth the time.
No, they're not. So with that, guys, that's going to wrap up our episode of Coug on the Clock. Be sure to follow our socials. Wazzu Sports Network for the Instagram, Wazzu Sports Net for Twitter. Our YouTube is Cable 8 Productions, and you can find our lovely merch in the link in the bio for all those above. Thanks for tuning in. I am Erick Aguilar.
I'm Zander Adams. Thank you for having me, man.
And of course. And go Cougs, baby.
Go Cougs.
Later.